Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter, AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show that brings you the best press releases out of the small cap world every morning at the open, so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. It's Friday, February the 15th. You think it'd be a slow news day being a Friday, but in fact, I've got 6 great press releases for you from both sides of the border, 3 of them dealing with financials, 3 of them dealing with exploration results of the resources end. So let's start you off with the financial numbers first. I want to first talk about Sino Energy. It trades on the OTC in the U.S. under SNEN. If you're a frequent viewer of AGORACOM TV, you know we love these up-and-coming Chinese companies, and Sino Energy is one of them. They put out their first quarter 2008 numbers. Here are the highlights. Net revenue up 235% to $8.8 million. Gross profit up 130% to $3.9 million. Net income up 108% to $2.3 million. Great numbers out of Sino. Some highlights during the quarter as well. Their retail compressed natural gas filling stations began generating revenue. That's just one of their divisions. And they also applied to be listed on the NASDAQ. Obviously, with these kind of numbers, they're probably going to have a good shot at that. What does Sino Energy do? For those of you who aren't familiar with the company, they're a manufacturer of compressed natural gas, vehicle and gas station equipment, and a designer, developer, and operator of compressed natural gas filling stations in China. Can you think about a better and bigger up-and-coming market? Good news out of them. They closed yesterday at $3.65. Staying with the U.S., Acies Corporation trades over there under ACIE. They put out record Q3 and first 9-month results. Let's look at the Q3 first. Revenue up 13% to $3.3 million. Gross margin up 33% to about $400,000. Net loss improved. Net loss is now at $71,000. That's compared to $405,000 loss for the same quarter last year. So revenue's up and losses on the way down, almost to break even. First 9 months, revenue up 11% to $9.9 million. Let's call it $10 million. Gross margin up 19% to $1.18 million. Net loss improved to $487,000 compared to $813,000 loss last year. So they've still got the losses, got to keep an eye on those. But anytime you see revenues on the way up and this dramatically and losses falling, then they're obviously going in the right direction. What do? They're a business services company specializing in providing payment processing services primarily to small and medium-sized businesses in the United States. They closed yesterday at 4 cents. Over to the TSX, Prestige Telecom trades on the venture under the stock symbol PR. They're reporting solid Q3 numbers. Sales growth up 64% to $10.6 million. Net earnings about $112,000 versus a loss last year in the same quarter of about $58,000. Nice trend. And for the 9 months, sales just under $29 million, up about 69%. Net earnings $109,000 compared to a loss of $190,000 last year. So Prestige obviously is doing very well. Revenue's on the way up. They've turned their loss situations around both for the quarter and for the 9-month periods, and now they're in a profit situation or net income situation. And I like what they do. First, when you see Telecom, you think another company providing a voice over IP or things like that. No, in fact, they're a provider of engineering, materials furnishing, and installation services to the Canadian telecom industry. I like that guns and butter type of business. 67 cents what they closed at yesterday. Now, switching over to some of the resource companies here. Liberty Mines trades on the TSX. That's the big board TSX under the stock symbol LBE. This is an AGORACOM client, but as always, the news stands on its own, so we are going to report about it. Diamond drilling at their Heart Nickel project continues to expand their large nickel sulfide zone discovered in 2007. Let's look at hole number 0763. Intersected 1.15% nickel over 27.3 meters of core, including a higher grade massive to semi-massive sulfide section of 9.8 meters, grading an average of just over 2% nickel. This hole represents a 50-meter step out to the west at a depth of approximately 425 meters below surface. Remains open to the east, west, and at depth. A lot of results in there. Go take a look at them. But I do have a quote here from William Randall, Liberty's VP of Exploration, kind of sums it all up. We continue to successfully expand the Heart deposit by intersecting large zones of nickeliferous sulfides. The significance of this latest round of results is the fact that the large sulfide pool is wide open to the east, west, and at depth, increasing the potential of this deposit. About Liberty Mines, in case you don't know, they are a producer of nickel already, and they do have some pretty aggressive exploration going on, hoping to convert those into production as well on their projects in Ontario, Canada. They closed yesterday at $1.19. Apogee Minerals trades on the Venture Exchange under the stock symbol APE. They announced that they received assays for an additional 8 holes from their ongoing diamond drilling program at the Pulakayo silver, lead, zinc project. This news came out yesterday in the afternoon. That's why we're reporting on it, because we couldn't even get it yesterday. Came out yesterday about 2 o'clock. The drilling continues to expand high-grade silver, zinc, lead mineralization at Pulakayo. Let's go a couple highlights here. PUD 051. 35 meters, grading 321 grams per ton of silver, 1.04% lead, 3.11% zinc. That's within a thick mineralized intersection of 96 meters, grading 143, just under 143 grams per ton of silver, 0.79% lead, and 2.29% zinc. Hole PUD 049 intersected 22 meters, grading 180 grams per ton of silver, 0.86% lead, and 4.74% zinc, also within a much thicker mineralized zone, mineralized interval. See the complete table 1 for results, a lot of results there. However, David Gower, who's the CEO of Apogee, sums up in this quote here: "We continue to intersect high silver grades with associated base metals over wide intervals. The program is designed for approximately 50-meter spacing between the holes. With this spacing, each drill hole with good results will make a significant contribution to the resource estimate to be completed at the end of the drill program." So look for a resource estimate still to come out of Apogee, and the company's evaluating options to actually expand and accelerate the drill campaign thanks to these numbers. They closed yesterday at 35 cents. Been moving up a bit from the last time we reported at about 25 cents in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So with those kind of numbers, Apogee might be worth taking a look. Finally, Fury Exploration trades on the Venture under FUR. They also put these drill results out yesterday at about 2:35 in the afternoon, so couldn't hit them on the show yesterday. We're going to give them to you today. They received all assays from Phase 1 drilling at their 100% owned, 100% controlled Guyoso property in Mexico. Let's see here, 13 diamond drill holes for a total of 2,000 meters. Here are the drill highlights. Hole DDH 010, 6.5 meters, grading 217 grams per ton of silver and 0.247 grams per ton of gold. That includes 1 meter, grading 1,260 grams per ton of silver and 1.325 grams per ton of gold. Hole 12, 8 meters, grading 106 grams per ton of silver and 0.2 grams per ton of gold, including 5 meters, grading 148 grams per ton of silver and 0.28 grams per ton of gold. Big numbers there. They closed yesterday at 66 cents. That's a wrap for the day. A lot of great news for you to mull over the weekend. Reminder, the markets in Canada and the U.S. are closed on Monday. President's Day in the U.S. and Family Days in Canada. So enjoy your long weekend with your families. Use it to do some due diligence here. As always, if you're looking for some great small cap ideas, the AGORACOM marketplace. We've got over 85 companies listed by industry and exchange with great descriptions, so you can find the one best suited for your portfolio. Have a great weekend. Talk to you on Tuesday.